Eyes in the Sky by Aylin Collins. You tried to get away, but you couldn't help returning to this odd little town. Every time you wandered, you stumbled onto its streets. It sits along the highway and off the beaten path. It's in the depths of a forest and in the middle of a desert. It's surrounded by mountains and balanced on the edge of a deadly cliff. It's the place where weird things happen, where the unreal becomes real. Welcome back to Raven's Pass. It's been waiting for you. Chapter 1. Nightmares. Ethan could feel the dream beginning. It was the same dream he'd had all week. It started with a feeling of being watched. Suddenly, he was standing at his window, looking out at the starry night sky. Then, they appeared. Eyes. There were eyes in the sky. The first time Ethan had had the dream, he woke up screaming and rushed to his parents' room. Afterward, he'd felt ashamed. What 12-year-old still ran to their parents after a nightmare? When Mom had led Ethan back to his room, the sky was just the sky. And when she had asked what the dream was about, he was too embarrassed to say. But this was now the 6th night in a row he'd had the nightmare. Ethan was sick of being terrified.
Ethan has sick of being tired
Every night and tired every day. So, at breakfast the next morning, he decided to get his family's help. He told his parents and big sister Sabine.
He told his parents and big sister Sabine about the nightmare.
About the nightmare. The dreams are so real, Ethan finished. How do I make them stop? I say you should stop reading those scary sci-fi books of yours, Mom said. Especially right before bedtime, Dad added. Maybe your brain is helping you make up a new story, Sabine said. She twirled a lock of pink hair in her pixie cut. Maybe you just need to finish the dream and find out how the story ends. A chill ran through Ethan. I don't know. This is nothing like the stories I usually write. He thought for a moment. Do you think my brain is trying to send me a message instead? Sabine shrugged. How would I know? It's your brain. She pushed away from the table and picked up her car keys. But if you want to ride school today, you'd better get over it and hurry up. That whole day at school, Ethan felt haunted by the nightmare eyes. He kept glancing at the windows, half expecting to see them peering back. He could barely focus on his class. He had to do something. That night, Ethan went to bed, determined to stare back at the eyes. It didn't matter how terrifying the idea was. He lay under the covers till he finally felt the familiar sensation of being watched. Then, he found himself at the window.